Hello, you lovely souls. Welcome back to the channel. Time for another collection update. This is stuff all from the record store and it's all second-hand CDs. So that's freaking awesome. I bought two CDs from them online, so they were waiting for me on there. They were pretty expensive compared to the other CDs. The two CDs were about 40 bucks. But that's because there were Japanese releases and releases I wanted to have, and they're pretty rarely seen here in the Netherlands. So I thought, I pulled the trigger, got a little discount, and I bought these two CDs and let them be delivered at the record store. But meanwhile, I was in the record store and I had a kind of a budget in my pocket, and I thought, let's see what I can get for 100 bucks. So I know what I got for these. You had to pay for the CDs. It's like 40 bucks for those two. Let's see how much more that I can buy for the other 60 bucks, and try as many as possible. And with things that would be for me interesting, but also for you maybe, guys are watching, and let's give myself a bit of a challenge, and don't be super picky, but see what I can get. Kind of a rock and metal related. I think there's one thing in there that is more like pop music. That's something different, but that's an artist I like. Let's see what I can get. So the first thing, I went to the $5 bin, of course, because there is stuff in there. And I found an album from Rammstein, Liebe is for Alle. Not my favorite album from the band, but it's an album that didn't have yet in my collection. And as you guys can see, it's a little bit beat up. Digipack here, kind of sad, but it is what it is. It's all about the music, and the music is fine. But it's an album that I didn't super dive in. I like Ramlied, Ich tu Liebe is good. High Fish I really like. Pussy is a fun song, but the rest I was not super dived into. I heard the album when it came out back in the day, 2009 I think, somewhere. Yeah, 2009. But it's for $5 you can't complain. It's secondhand. It's definitely been used. As you guys can see, there's definitely some things. And I will try to put this in a sleeve and try to keep it in good condition afterwards. So here's the CD. It's a really long fold out big, and I can imagine if you fold out this long enough that it will fall down eventually. So don't do that too much. Let's have a little look in the booklet here, and it's a fold out thingy. Is probably all lyrics and things like that, and the other one is I don't want to show everything because there's a lot of pussy in there, let's put it that way. Anyways, it's an album that I was not super familiar with, like I said, but it's not an album that I dislike. Rammstein is one I found a really awesome artist, so I think I've seen them live as well. Awesome band. So for $5 I can't complain. For a second-hand CD, when you have to buy this new, it's always the full price for Rammstein. Especially the vinyl. Those are definitely pricey. So Liebe is for Alle, finally in the collection. I also bought an album from Eldritch in that same bin. It's Headquake, their second album from 1997. This is a progressive power metal band. They're from Italy, if I'm not mistaken. I always dig their artwork, but it's not an artist that I have dived too deep in. So for $5 you can take a gamble, and if you don't like it, you can always pass it on, I think. So awesome. I was really happy to I find some stuff here. Yeah, awesome. And there's lyrics and pictures. And this one looks really good condition. No really bad things about this release. No really rare stickers or damages or whatever. Everything seems to be intact with this one. So awesome. Really happy to have this one. Let's put on a coffee here. Next up, sorry. I rebought Ministry, Houses of the Molé, an album I had in the past. Fantastic album, guys. If you need to have 2 Ministry albums in your collection, it's Psalm 69 and this one. Those 2 are definitely, in my opinion, the best albums from Ministry. This definitely has the same anger that Psalm 69 has, and yeah, this was around the time that George Bush Jr. I think became the president of the United States, and you definitely can feel the anger of Al Jurgensen on this one. It's a really punishing album. It's really good songs, good album. I definitely can recommend you guys this one. If, like I said, if you need to pick up an album from Ministry, this one and Psalm 69, and there's a little teeth damage, but I can repair that, just replace it inlay. That's no big problem. Booklet here, picture of the band here. Fantastic industrial metal. If you like that kind of stuff, then this is definitely a must buy in your collection. A great bands, Ministry, Houses of the Molé, 2004, I think. Yeah, 2004. It's on the back here. Awesome. I also rebought Kings of Metal by Manowar. Their 1988 album, an album I really adore. It's kind of a hit or miss on this album for me, actually. There are some really good songs on here. Wheels of Fire, Kings of Metal, Hill and Kill, Blood of the Kings is great. Yeah, great stuff. But there's also a song like A Heart of Steel. You know, it's something for me. Yeah, overall it's a really decent album, and I really enjoyed it. A lot of people like this one. This was not the last one. We lost the boss, I think, on guitar. But yeah, classic album in a discography, of course. Kings of Metal coming to town. You know, classic tune. Yeah. Big Manowar logo there, and there's more. Yeah, Eric Adams vocals, Scott Columbus, great drummer, Ross the Boss guitar and keyboards, and then Joey DeMaio, of course, on bass. Yeah, awesome lineup. Good album. Go check it out if you haven't heard it and you like some old school heavy metal, hard rock heavy metal. You can't go wrong with this. Next up is an album that Josh Keats recommended to me, well, the band actually, but this is an album I've seen a lot in the past, as well as vinyl and CD, but never pulled the trigger on this band. And Josh Keats did a video about some albums, and this band was in there as well, and I thought, you know, I see this again in the cheap bin, so you know, why not. This is Bury Tomorrow with Cannibal. Music for Nations release. This is some metalcore band, a band that I, yeah, like I said, came across a lot, but I never pulled the trigger. You know, and I decided, you know, let's dive into this album. Why not? 2020 album, I think. Yeah, it's here, 2020. As you guys can read it, I don't know. Decent condition as well. So I thought, you know, let's buy this one and see if it's something for me. I definitely will be, but you'll never know. And I really like the artwork of this album as well, really cool. also another band for me to check out, and yeah, I will let you know, Josh, what I think of it. If you're watching this, hopefully you'll see. Anyways, nice pickups for for some stuff. Let's dive into the next batch. Let's do some mathcore, new metal mathcore. Mudvayne LD50 classic album, first debut album. Debut album is always first. First album, fantastic band, good album. Yeah, what can I say, guys? This is definitely one of the best releases they have, I think, in my opinion, and you're really happy to have this one. And it's an album looking forward to spin. It's been a while I have heard this one as well. I never owned it actually, some kind of weird way, but I always watch the video clips for this, and it's from a digitally, of course. Yeah, really cool stuff, and looking forward to give this a try. Yeah, if you're familiar with Mudvayne, then you know what to expect, guys. And yeah, of course, I will try to leave some links in the description as well if you feel the need to check these bands out. Next up, another new metal band, classic album, Cold Chamber, of course. Yeah, self-titled album. Everybody knows the track Loco, which is on this album. Fantastic tune. 1997, the time that new metal became big, and is one of the earlier bands together with Korn and bands like that. Yeah, they set the way for some really new metal sounds. Of course, it became more experimental with bands like Limp Bizkit and things like that. But yeah, these bands were a bit earlier. Awesome stuff, guys. Go check it out. Classic lineup as well. We're still with the old bassist. Yeah, fantastic. Go check the album out if you don't have. This is definitely one of the better ones they have, in my opinion. Good stuff. Next up, the pop album I was talking about. This is a debut by Björk. Björk is an Icelandic singer, active for a really long time. This is the first album under the name Björk. I think she did a couple of things before that as well, but this album became really popular. Don't tell me exactly which year. Is it a year on here? 1993. Yeah, 1993. Yeah, I remember the video clips for Human Behavior, and Big Time Sensuality is on here. Play That, of course. Fantastic tune. Violently Happy. Yeah, fantastic. This is definitely an artist that is a bit different, has her own sound, her own style of singing, and I really love it. The second album I really enjoy as well. After that, I didn't follow it really bigly. I heard here and there some stuff, some I liked and some I thought I was a bit iffy on. It became a bit more electronic, let's put it that way, and but overall, this is a really nice album. It's diverse, it's intriguing, and I really like her voice. And yeah, she was still young here, and yeah, fantastic, great singer. Björk, go check out debut from her discography, and if you like it, let me know your thoughts. If not, yeah, sorry. The last two releases from this regular record store browsing, a bit heavier stuff. This one is Squash Bowels with Grindcoholism, Polish grindcore. Of course, a bit heavier, like I said, way heavier. This is a band that don't know if they're still active though. This is the last album they did in 2013 already, so it's been 12 years ago. So I don't think they're really active anymore. But this is a really one of the earlier grindcore bands from Poland. Yeah, really good stuff. Yeah, aggressive, fast. Yeah, over the top sometimes as well. Yeah, but really good stuff. And yeah, really happy to have this. Dead Infection is another band in that niche, although a little bit more gory, but overall this is a fantastic band as well. It has some gore elements, but also other straightforward grind things. So yeah, they're definitely different. This is a three-piece and bass and vocals, guitar and drums. So three-piece band here. And a few lyrics of a bunch of songs that are on there. And what is this? And kind of a commercial thing with some grindcore releases back in the day in Germany. So yeah, probably there is this where this is originally bought or something, I don't know. Self-Made God release, Polish label I think as well. But yeah, if you like your grindcore, this is a band that you definitely will like. It's fast, it's furious, it's you know, pumping all that aggression out. Good stuff. Then we go to Norway with some death metal. This is Dreams of Death and Dismay by Anata. A bit more old schooly death metal, has some fast moments as well. I really enjoyed this one. This is a 2001 release, so it's way back. Don't know if the guys are still active or so. I haven't dived in this band for many years, but I saw this in the cheap, so I thought, you know, let's add this one as well. Yeah, good stuff. I really like it, so why not add it? Huh? Always nice to spin some death metal here. Good band. I'm looking forward to give this a try as well, this album. Yeah, Anata, Dreams of Death and Dismay, released on Season of Mist. So that's been an old release on that label, Season of Mist 35. So it's been way back. Awesome. And then two releases I of course came for in a way because you know, first one up is Kuni with Fucked Up. Sorry for my swearing, but that's the album title. This is the band of the dude's third album. This is Kuni Takeuchi, fantastic guitar player. He released a couple of albums on the name Kuni in the 80s, halfway the 80s, 86 and 87 I think, somewhere that 2 years pretty fast after each other, and then it been way quiet for years, and in 2000s this album dropped. So yeah, I'm curious, I never heard one, but this is an album that I wanted to check for ages, but I haven't seen it anywhere floating around here in Europe, so but finally found a copy, so freaking awesome. Japanese press, sadly without a obi, but you know, it's still a Japanese press though, so awesome. Yeah, great hard rock, I think you can call this. I haven't heard this album yet, so I can't tell you exactly in which way it rocks. Let's put it that way. Is it heavier than the early stuff or not, or I don't know. I haven't heard this one, but like I said, I'm looking forward, and there's a lot of stuff in there, wow, to hear it. And here is more pictures, and here we see it without the makeup, without the things, and it is a little lyric sheet, and we have some Japanese writing over here as well. Don't know if there is band. I know he has worked with some famous names in the earlier albums. I don't know who is playing here on this one. I haven't got a clue. And this is a little postcard order form thing, or whatever it is, in all in Japanese on the Zane Records. So yeah. Awesome. Kuni, Fucked Up. And this album didn't look fucked up. It looked really decent condition. I'm really happy with that. For a second-hand copy, they taking care of it. So I'm looking forward to this one. Here's a track listing in case you missed it. And yeah, looking forward to this one. Really happy with this one. And the last one is an album from Vow Wow that you don't see often. And this is an album called Vibe. 1988 album. This is a reissue, I think. This is it. Made in Japan, 2006 reissue on CD. But yeah, this is also pretty hard to obtain sometimes. So I'm really happy to see this for a decent price. What do I pay for this one? They did ask for it. It was pretty pricey, like 30 bucks. In total it would have been 50 bucks, but I got, like I said, I got a little discount, so I got it for 40 for those two. So that's awesome. Here is the CD. Really nice logo there. And here's the band with an English guy in the back. That is Neil Murray. This was the period that the band was living in London, so that is why there's an English guy in there. Yeah, happy to have this album. It's an album you don't see everywhere, and I'm happy to have it. Would love to have it on CD or on vinyl, but I don't know if there is a vinyl copy available actually. But there is a CD, so I am happy with that. So fantastic, people. Vibe by Vow Wow. Track listing. So yeah, that's this album. So that's what I got, people. 100 bucks. And I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19, 12 CDs for 100 bucks. Is that bad? It's like 8 bucks a bop in total. And taking care of that, there are 2 CDs, 40 bucks together. So it is 10 CDs actually for 60, and that comes to 6 bucks a piece. That's not bad for, you know, for an afternoon digging in CD bins. Well, afternoon, a couple of hours at least. Anyways, that's it for now, people. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will name all the CDs in the description in case you are wondering and want to look it up, what it is, etc, etc. Thank you all very much for watching. If you like this content, please subscribe to my channel. Of course, I will do a lot of regular CD updates, final updates, collection updates in general, and unboxings, and of course also reaction videos. If you like that, then it's definitely also really nice to follow the channel and discover new music with me. Thanks for sticking around, and see you guys next video. Cheers.